Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a personal reading for someone who wanted a love reading. So what I did, my dear, is I made you a custom spread based off of everything you said. And I was going to use the spread that we made last time, but I decided to just make something totally new. And it's 13 questions. and we're going to get into it. First of all, though, if anyone clicked on this and it's not your personal reading, then stay tuned. There might be some information that will come through for you as well. But also be aware that this reading is for someone who is also another reader, and I've done many readings for them before, and I'm going to get into it this time. So it might just be kind of intense. So if this reading seems more intense than usual, it's because of that. But I'm still putting it out here because I know there might be someone who is led to this and they might just need to hear it. So if that's you, then give me a shout out, comment below, let me know if it resonates. And if you want a personal reading, then check out the description below. So when I was shuffling, these two cards flew out, and so I think it just starts the reading off with your guides or whoever, whatever I'm tapping into here, being like, we see you. This is you, you know what I mean? You're an artist, you're also another reader, psychic, and intuitive, someone who's a seer. And so, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to tell you, don't forget that what you do is an art form, and it's a way for you to express yourself. So, remember why you started. Remember that you did this for you, and this is about you, And that's what I try to keep telling myself when I do this, because I know when you put this out there, there's so many people and they're gonna say all sorts of things. And I know you mentioned that there's some people who've come on your channel and said some negative comments perhaps about you changing some things, but just keep trusting yourself here, and remember this is about you. You have such an empath, personality, and you're such a sensitive, and you want to help other people, and you know that this information has helped you, and so it's helping others, but you just have to remember that this is about you, this is what's in alignment for you. This is like an art form, it's a way you express yourself, and you do it very gracefully, and I love watching your channel. So I wish I could link people to it, but I'll do it. I'm gonna do a video and link people to a couple different channels, and I'll do that at some point, but I want to leave you anonymous here. But I do love your readings, and they're beautiful, and I think these cards came out as confirmation to tell you what you're doing is beautiful. It's an art form, it's ancient, it's look at, if you haven't looked into the history yet of psychics and seers, it's really cool. Check it out. I'm sure you have, though. So, I just thought we'd start this reading off with a bang. The first question is, what wants to be revealed? And I'm just going to go ahead and give a couple thoughts. First off, though, just based off of all the times I've tapped into you in this situation, I have to say that I felt a huge feeling of hopelessness when I was drawing these cards, on your end. You're starting to feel, very hopeless in this situation, and I think that it's not a bad thing or anything, For you, you're not the kind of person to be hopeless, you're very positive, you're light, you just shine, but you are starting to have a bit of fear here and hopelessness just because of everything that's happened between you and this person, like you said. And so, I think that I saw this vision of him and the police force, that he works at. And I saw him sitting around and laughing with the other policemen and the coworkers, But it was the weirdest vision. I just observed him laughing, and I could just feel how fake it was because I'm a clairsentient, and I could feel the pain that's deep inside him, and I feel he kind of feels this hopelessness, and maybe the hopelessness that you're feeling isn't yours, maybe you're picking up on that from him, because I feel that's the block, that's what's keeping him and you guys apart in this situation, because this guy has like this hopelessness, like this huge chip on his shoulder, and he's going around carrying that with him. And so, you know, he brought it into the situation with you, and so he's just convinced everything's hopeless, you know. And I also think that there's things in his life that are perpetuating this, but I do kind of feel like this. I'm seeing this so many images when I read for you, by the way. It's really interesting to me. I know it's probably because you're very clairvoyant, and your predominant gift seems to be like your sight and your vision and like your imagination and like your third eye. Like it's very strong and very developed, and that's why like when you read for me, you can just like drill right down to it, and you don't even need the cards, it doesn't seem like. But yeah, I'm getting this vision of like this tree, and like these leaves are falling, and so it's making me feel like this person is being guided, you know. I know that whenever we tap into this guy, there's like some wacky stuff going on, because there's some baggage, and like you've already identified this guy as a narcissist, and I have a lot to say when it comes to that topic, but I'm gonna hold my tongue. Because that's not what this is about, you know. This isn't about that guy's baggage and whatever label we're gonna try to, society or whatever, you're gonna try to put on him. It's just, there's some darkness here, and it really did affect you in this relationship, and I feel like that's what's led to a lot of confusion between you guys, and this heaviness and this doubt and this feeling of hopelessness on your end now. And I think what they're saying is these heavy feelings you pick up on, you know, express yourself through your artwork. Express and like just let it go and let it flow, and just get rid of that energy somehow. Like let it go somewhere, and it really, really does help. Oh my gosh. Sometimes when I'm just feeling really tense or very emotional, I go paint and I just let it out, and oh my gosh, you just gotta let that energy flow. And you work so hard, you know. I know you're a nurse, and you just work so hard, and I know how that job is, because someone in my family is a nurse, and so I just know how intense that can be and what that can be like. It can also be really fun though. I mean, you know, the family member I have who's a nurse, I mean, she loves her job, and she has all these friends, and they're the coolest people ever. I've met them, and so I know it's like there's like a whole culture that goes along with that job and stuff, and I feel like it's very rewarding to you, and but it's also very overwhelming. So it provides you with a lot of luxury in your life, and it provides you with a lot of comfort, but you, like, for you, it's really going to feed your soul, especially at this time in your life, and it's going to help you pass all these intense emotions, is like art and doing different artistic things, and like you know, decorating your house, or making projects, or, you know, painting, dancing, writing, maybe even trying music. Maybe this is literal telling you maybe you can sing. But yeah, that's going to help you a lot with all these emotions that are coming up. So I'm feeling this intensity here in this situation, but it's like from him. It's like from him, there's just a bit of hopelessness you're picking up on, because I feel like you can sense that tension. So very interesting. What wants to be revealed? Okay, two things. I feel like these are separate. What wants to be revealed right now about this situation? You're supposed to be bold. And I feel like this is talking about just like an attitude with how you should approach your life right now. Like, I feel like whatever you want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to reach out to this person, do it. If you don't do it. If you want to just move on and like just go for someone else, then do that, you know? If you want to be single right now and you don't even want to think about this, then don't, you know? Like, you gotta trust your heart here, but whatever decision you make it boldly, like commit to it and trust your guidance, because I feel like there's some action you need to take in this situation, and this spread might reveal it, but there's like some action you're being called to take, and whatever it is, you're supposed to do it boldly. Something else is that, what else wants to be revealed in this situation? This person in question is getting strength. I feel like for some reason they didn't have their strength, and so that's why it was like clouding their judgment, and they weren't able to even really like think about you or like what to do about the situation. But I do see their eyes are still on you, like they're still thinking about you. They're kind of looking back, because you see how this bird's like kind of turned around, like they're perched facing this way, but they're looking back. And I feel like he's looking back at you. His judgment isn't as clouded. He's able to think more clearly. So perhaps that's going to talk about some type of communication, or maybe it'll make it easier if you want to reach out. But whatever it is, just what wants to be revealed is that you're not the only person thinking about this. You're not the only person worried about this relationship. And he's getting strength though, and healing, and like things are on course for him in his life. And I don't want to tap too much more into his personal life, but because we kind of already painted a little picture of that. But it's like right now you're supposed to be bold and be sensual and be yourself and explore, and like just because maybe this is the person you want to be with in your life, and you might feel guilty or worried if you end up moving on or something, if things aren't working out, like for you to be able to move forward with this person right now. You can still enjoy your life in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? So. Joined energy. Joined. Things were really heavy. I mean, if you were feeling heavy energy, things were heavy. That's what this card is saying. But now you guys are kind of flying above it. You guys have left that time behind, and you're both doing a lot of healing. And I feel like water healing. I feel like probably something you guys both share right now is like wanting to spend extra time in the shower, feeling the need to wash your hands more, enjoying enjoying the rain, wanting to be by the water. These are all things that are helping both of you as you kind of heal from these intense emotions. Like a lot of water energy between you guys. Now, his energy. Yeah, he's getting his strength, like I said. And so he's out of the water and back on land. He's kind of got his footing after what happened between you guys, and so he's feeling a little bit more playful. So I feel like if you guys were to have a connection right now, it wouldn't be so intense. But I think that he's more focused on starting new projects, maybe like with his work or whatnot, or projects on the side. Because I feel like with his work, it's kind of always the same old, but he might even be thinking about a promotion, or like wanting to transfer to another place, or maybe the beginning of thinking of a new line of work. Let's hope. Just kidding. Just seems like for such an intense person that like working at a place like that might, I don't know, bring out more of that ego, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to judge this person what they chose, but I feel like they want to choose something else, because this fertility card talks about like wanting to plant new seeds and like wanting something different in your life. And with this playful energy, I feel like that's kind of putting him more into thinking about like what's going to be fun, like what does he want to spend his time doing. So that could have to do with like what he's doing with his time off work, but I don't know. Stuff's coming through with his job. He's really starting to think, because things are either like uncertain for him right now or becoming unstable in that area. So, interesting. Now, what's going on with your energy? This is like you. You're just constantly focused on renewing yourself and doing the healing work. I feel like you're like goals, honestly, girl. You're like goals to be able to do so much, all these readings you do on your channel, and then also being a nurse, and I know you mentioned you have kids, and so it's like, how do you do it all? But this is your secret. I see your secret right here. You do a lot of meditation, and it comes natural to you because of your clairvoyance, that gift that you have. And this is how you're balancing, and you're just doing a lot of energy work, and you're just very conscious of your vibration, and you just have very, very grounded, mellow energy. total peace I'm feeling from you. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna stay here in your energy. Just kidding. But this is also you, though. At the same time, you kind of feel stuck in this maze, and you're just like, how am I gonna get through this door with this person? And how many times do we keep pulling this card for you and this person? How interesting, right? It's just, this card comes out to remind you that everything in life has a season, and it's a timing thing with you and this person right now. It's not the timing. You have to wait. It's not the timing. It's not the right time, you know? Now, I decided to ask what his feelings towards you are, because I know that was one of your questions from last time. So, look at this. He's seen what you're doing, because I know you wanted to know, like, in the past what he thought about what you were doing. And so he's seen it, and, like, he has peace about it. Like, I think that maybe it's weird for some people sometimes when, like, they don't understand, like, tarot, or they don't understand, like, this is another art form and, another way to express yourself. But I feel like he's the kind of person that doesn't really judge. You know, he shouldn't, because of all that craziness that he did with you and the whole car thing that happened. I remember you talking about him breaking into your car and some crazy stuff like that. And just, yeah, this person, he shouldn't judge. But yeah, he has peace when it comes to his feelings about you, and he's trying to have a new path. He's trying to feel differently, because I feel like in the recent past, and I know this from some of the readings we did, he obviously has feelings towards you. So we've established that. We've seen, like, the true love card and stuff. We know he has romantic feelings towards you, but he's also felt really, like, bitter and resentful and, like, upset. And I feel like he's turned a new leaf. That's what this card is saying. It's like a new path card. Like, he feels a lot better, not so judgmental, and he's kind of in this place of surrender, understanding that there's going to be fairness in this situation. Like, understanding that he just wants to believe that this is going to work out somehow. So there's faith and there's hope. You know, his feelings are like, I want this to work out. I want there to be a solution here that's going to make both of us happy. So that's good to know that he's, like, seems to be approaching this with more maturity, more understanding, and big changes for both of you guys. Like, you guys are both at a time in your life where you're really evolving. What he would tell you if he could right now, if he was to talk. If he was, like, to tell you and, like, talk to you and hit you up and you guys were to have a chat, like, what would his main message be? I think he would tell you, first of all, to focus on yourself. I think he would tell you, like, that you have a lot going for you, and that, you know, he wants to see you accomplish your dreams. He wants you to be happy. I think he'd probably also make some other kind of joke or, like, pun, like, kind of like a shoulder shrug, like, what are you gonna do kind of thing is, like, coming from this card. I feel like he's gonna probably he would remark to you, like, you know, sometimes when it comes to love, it's like the salmon, you know, you gotta swim upstream. Like, sometimes it's difficult, sometimes you don't always make it to the end, sometimes you don't always know what's gonna happen when you get there. And so I feel like that's what he would say right now, because right now things are just really in flux with you guys. It seems like he's more open now, so we have seen a shift here. Like, you know, he's open to, like, you, and he, like, wants there to be fairness, and he, like, he has more trust and faith. But I feel like he's so focused on himself right now, and like this is his energy, you know. He's more grounded, but now he needs to put that energy into himself and, like, moving forward in his life, because he wants to have a bigger vision for himself. Big changes, you know. You might have really met this person, like, right as they were going through ego death, and, like, he's probably still going through that. And I feel like the next time you really connect with this person, they're going to be very different, and you're going to be shocked, because there's a lot of change happening here really fast for them, and that happens sometimes in the journey. A lot of change real fast. That's what's happened with me. Blocks to communication. Look, clearance, endings and beginnings. I feel like on both ends, it's just healing that needs to be done. Pretty vague, pretty typical, but I don't know how to get more blunt with this, you know, it's just, everyone goes through healing in their own way, and sometimes you gotta be alone to do it, and life will take you away and isolate you in order for you to, like, do this. Get in harmony so you can manifest your destiny, you know? So that's what you guys are doing. You're clearing stuff out, you're getting in harmony, you're manifesting beautiful destinies in your lives, and it's just a blockage because this path needs to be continued. There's abundance coming through this, though. That's what this fire represents. Like, through this process, there's a lot coming into your life. You're making way, making room. And obviously, there's stuff standing in the way. I know you mentioned that this guy has, I don't know if he's with someone, and there's been people, soulmates coming into your life. We talked about that the last reading, so there's certain people, situations that will have to fall away in order for you guys to come together. Or not. So this is kind of a block right now, is just like knowing that there's a lot that's going to have to be sorted. If you guys are going to try to find some type of harmony, and also just a lot that needs to be sorted before you can even think about doing that, you know, or having that type of connection with them after everything that's happened. Just healing, personal healing needs to happen here. Current lesson in this situation. So this is just to kind of help you drill down straight to like what you're learning through this process and like what wants to kind of come out right now. Faith. I guess it makes sense to me that, you know, if you're experiencing this hopelessness, the answer is going to be hope, you know? So they're saying that you're going to have to learn that sometimes the only thing you can do is expect a miracle and pray and hope for divine intervention. There's some situations in your life where you realize you've done everything you could possibly do, and that's what leads you to have to let go and surrender. And you've learned how to do this, but I think your faith is going to be expanded here, especially when you finally get to the outcome of this situation with this person. I think you're going to have a lot more faith in the divine and like in your life and your journey and in your manifesting abilities and in just that everything's working out in balance and in harmony. So continue to view the world and, you know, continue to look through the eyes of and the lenses of love, and continue to look at the world with that abundance perspective you have, and all the healing and the energy that you're pouring forth to everybody in all your different healing practices. Continue to pour that love and light into yourself and to expect miracles, you know. Surround yourself with uplifting information. I love to like save like YouTube videos and memes and stuff of people who are talking about miracles that have happened in their life and prayers being answered and stuff like that, because it reminds me like, hey, if it can happen to them, it can happen to me too. And keep a journal of all the miracles and synchronicities that have happened in your life. You know, if you're ever feeling down and, you know, you're in that lack mentality, just open it up and remember that there are more miracles coming your way. There have been miracles, there have been synchronicities, there will continue to be more in your life. And I feel like right now this lesson for you is to trust in divine intervention. Trust in miracles. Even when you have no reason to. Okay. What he knows you don't. So he does have a lot of insecurity right now. And I feel like he is so many messages about both of you guys undergoing so much healing. I hope that that word does not sound vague, but like when I'm talking about healing, I'm talking about just like literally purging of your soul of anything that's like holding you back in fear or like lower energies or just, and it's not the truth, you know, it's coming into alignment with your truth. And that's what's happening here with him. And so this is his destiny, and this is, I feel like this card is like blocking him in this situation, telling you like, allow the space for this person's growth as much as you want answers here. You know, I honestly, this could just be the reason that you guys, things aren't happening for you right now between this person, is because what's more in alignment for them at this time versus being with you is like this growth, and they have to do it alone. As an amazing of a healer as you are, as much help as you could potentially be, that's, you know, his business, that's his responsibility, and, you know, boundaries and stuff. Like, this card's like boundaries, you know. And they're saying that he has a lot of insecurity, and that's where all this crazy stuff that happened between you guys came from. I mean, I'm sure you know, like, it takes someone who has a lot of insecurity to do some of the things he did to you, and this is what he's working through right now, you know. And it's a sacred process. And they're saying you can send love and light his way if you want. If you want to continue to just send some light his way and send positive thoughts and visualize him healed, like visualize him happy, visualize him having everything he wants, you know, and just visualize that, you know, there is no rift or anything between you guys. Like, forgive and just trust that he's forgiven you, because I feel like that's what's happened here. Like, he, like, whatever, he doesn't hold this against you. He has peace when it comes to you, when he thinks about you now. And so just trust in that. Have peace in your heart when you think about him. What you know he doesn't. This one's kind of fun. So, okay, so you truly have surrendered your will when it comes to this person. I know, like, I know how to, like, tap way down and get into, like, some deep subconscious stuff here, which is what I'm doing. But generally speaking, you're not really going around all the time flipping out about this. Like, you have a lot going on for you, but, and you really do believe in this bright future. Like, you've seen a vision, and, like, you know what's coming in your future. And so, he just might not know that you actually, oh, sorry, my lo-fi music gets weird sometimes. I think that you've actually seen, like, this vision, and you're starting to trust more in this and what's coming to you. And so basically you do kind of trust. You do have this trust in this situation. You've surrendered your will, but you're still hanging on to this. And so he might not know that you still really do want this. You know? He might not know this is really something you still want, but you also see a bright future. You still believe that somehow, some way this can work out. So, interesting. Okay. Now, what can you do to help the situation? What can you do to help with the healing of this situation? Guess my music is off. Oh well. So what you can do, they're just acknowledging that, like, you're frustrated. They're like, we know. So this is kind of like a sorry card from your guides, or from the universe, or from the quantum field, or from the void, or whatever. It's like, they're like, we know you're frustrated, and, like, this sucks, you know? But what you can do to help heal the situation is just to honor yourself and honor your body and your emotions. You know, when you find yourself getting worked up about this, do some self-soothing and try to bring yourself back into your body instead of going into your head and overthinking, you know. Put more of your energy into yourself and into self-care. I mean, that's what he would even tell you if he had some time to talk to you right now. If he was able to talk to you, he would tell you, you know, focus on yourself right now, because that's what this is all about, you know. This journey, you know, a lot of times when you have these issues with people and in romantic relationships, it always ends up reflecting everything back to yourself. And I know that you know that because you pretty much preach that on your channel, but hey, this is a card saying, like, you know, to take good care of yourself and that you're worthy and that you deserve it, and continue on this path. Like, you're doing a good job here, and that, you know, this will help soothe your frustration, because there's not much else that can be done about it at this point. But they're like, they want to see you soothe yourself. They want to see you feel better, you know? Now, positive energy coming into this situation. So I feel like what's happening here is this guy is going to end up switching workplaces, or perhaps he's going to have like a different partner, or there's going to be some healthy change at his workplace. And so that's going to put him in a situation where he feels a lot more celebrated. He's going to feel a lot more taken care of. He's going to feel like his opinions and his thoughts are more valued and recognized and validated by his peers. And this might put him into a better place in order to just feel more confident in his life. And, you know, maybe he'll be able to send some more loving energy into the situation, find more peace and balance, and you'll feel that, you know. Maybe he'll feel like coming back and reconciling with you. Maybe he'll feel like speaking with you, having some positive communication, you know, because I feel like I said earlier, it's so interesting that I'm seeing this now, because I was tapping into some change and shift in his career. And so I feel like this is positive for him. And for you, they're saying stand up for what you believe is right. So if you're still holding feelings for this person, like, balance yourself, you know, but it's okay, you know, don't take the shovel and feel like you got to dig this out and just remove this from yourself. You can still honor like these feelings you have, and honor like where you're at in your life and what this situation is trying to teach you. And this is part of your journey, and this is a sacred part of your journey. So as frustrated as you get, just remember like how sacred this path is, you know. Advice. Wow, the bear card again. Oh my gosh, we're seeing some themes now that we've done a couple of readings for you. Boundaries, you know, they're saying there's going to be a time where you're going to have to come out of your cave, and you might be called to, you know, connect with this person or to reciprocate if they reach out. But for now, you're just getting started. Like, there's a wave of like new energy coming into this situation, a lot of healing, because once again, I keep coming back here. This is how they feel about you. And we see this peace card. And so, you know, that's the new energy that's come into the situation. And so there's healing, there's peace coming, and you're just still being called to have boundaries and to be patient and to like put your energy into yourself, you know. And so that's pretty much all that's coming out. I feel like, you know, a lot of information was revealed here, though. I'm going to pull one more card for you from my personal deck, just like, I don't know, just something you need to know right now. Before we... Whoa! Okay, oh my gosh, this just flew out! The Chameleon card. So it's news of changing environments. Have I mentioned yet that, like, I've been feeling an energy around you, like a move, you know? I've been predicting that for a couple people lately, but some type of move, some type of big change in your life. So it could just mean changing house, like just moving to another house, even in the same neighborhood or location or city. It could mean a big move somewhere far. It could mean moving jobs or workplace, but some type of movement energy. And there's a message on the back of this card I'm going to read to you real quick before we go, but it says, one soft step after another will get you where you want to be. Know who and what you are can be altered by your actions. Sometimes fake it till you make it is the best way to go. When life gets a little scary and panic filters in, you are reminded to tread carefully and adapt with every step. Allow your intuition to guide you. So yeah, a little bit of panic. Like I said, the hopelessness, the panic I tapped into when I first started tapping into your energy. I'm just laughing because honestly I have anxiety and PTSD, so I know panic very well. And as a sensitive person, I can get so emotional sometimes, and I've had to learn how to, you know, try to balance myself because life gets crazy sometimes. I will tell you, life, wow, it will just hit you, and you have to learn how to adapt. It's just, unfortunately, we're here, we're on Earth, there's contrast, things happen, you have to learn how to adapt. And I think that this situation here has been difficult for you. You don't know how to adapt because you're very put together. You make very logical decisions, and you're a very successful person, and so it's hard for you to handle not feeling successful in this area, but you have been successful. You are successful in this area, and I think there's been success in this relationship because this person feels peace now when they think about you. And so it's a personal journey you're on. It's a personal journey they're on, and it's beautiful that you guys met and learned and exchanged all this. But they're saying last piece of advice is to analyze what you're projecting. You know, remember that all this energy and these worries go out there, and, you know, hold the space for peace here. I feel like the work you've already done has helped create this. So keep holding this space for peace, and continue on, and trust that whatever's appearing for you now is for you, and whatever's not appearing, if this isn't appearing yet, it's not the time for that, you know. You're just gonna have to keep walking through this maze and hope that eventually soon you're gonna find the way out, you know. And sometimes it's just a matter of time. Sometimes it just, you know, it's gonna take you 20 minutes to get from here to here, you know, at least. So it might just be like, it's gonna at least take a certain amount of time for a certain series of events to happen here before this can come to resolution. So just stay grounded during this transition. That's what life is. Life is just a series of transitions between these endings and beginnings, you know. Here's the ending, here's the beginning, and, you know, that's just 2 points, and the rest of the time you're traveling. And so that's what's hard, the traveling, the journey. You know, they always say life isn't always about the destination, it's the journey. It's true, because these points are so, I don't know, they're small, and when it comes to comparison, you know, in comparison to the rest of the journey. So anyways, I think I'm running out of fuel. I'm done. But I hope that this reading resonated with you, and let me know, like, I know you always write me like these, like, you always tell me what you think, but definitely let me know if anything I said, it, like, resonates, and definitely stay in touch, and I hope that this reading helps you out. I'm sending you so much love and light, and thank you once again for supporting me and my channel, and for all of your encouragement, and for your channel, and for all the videos you do that help uplift me as well. So, peace out.